station WDWL TV in Cleveland, live from Studio 2. We gladly bring you the Two Grumpies, starring the grumpy old man. Oh, that would be me. And the grumpy vulture. Take your bow. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Now, back in your corner. You heard me. Back in. Don't give me that stink eye. Back in your corner. Or I'll pluck you. There, look at the camera. Well, friends, as you can see, one of the microphones has arrived. And this one, believe it or not, is called the Thronmax Ghost. Yeah, they call it the Ghost. And it changes all kinds of colors. Like here, we're flashing red. All right, wait a minute. Now we're going to flash green. And then purple. And blue. And darker blue. Darker green. Orange. Now, you can't see it, but in the bottom of the mic is a turning zigzag type light. I don't know why they have it buried in the bottom of the mic, but I have to go through all the goddamn colors in order to get to the next flashing phase. Oh, this mic is cool. There we go. Now we're on the multicolor changing microphone. Come on. You were changing colors before. Come on, you can do it. Maybe I got it on the faded out one. There's one, the colors are kind of crappy. Oh, we're on solid red. Orange. And like a flashing red beacon. How about a flashing green beacon? Or a flashing orange beacon? We'll leave it on the flashing dark blue beacon. How's that? Yeah, it just arrived a little bit ago. I'm hoping. I haven't done a sound check on it, so I'm hoping. You know, this is its virgin performance here. I have to determine, you know, what adjustments need to be made on it. Right now, I think it's on it's stereo mode, I think. Yeah, we're on stereo, which is supposed to be a 360. I'm going to leave it like that. With the flashing blue beacon. Oh, we should have had the flashing, let's see. Oh. Let's see if we can get it to flash. Come on. I know you can do it. You're in there somewhere. You're in there somewhere. Come on. Too bad you can't see the spinner. The spinner is cool. You can almost make it out. I don't know why the camera doesn't pick up. Because it's a multicolored spinner. It's neat. There. We have a red and blue flashing circle with a blue flashing microphone. Yeah, cool. I think I'm going to like this. Although, Monday, the tank should be here. Yeah, the microphone they refer to as the tank. Although the tank don't make no color flashes. But the tank is as close to a real studio professional mic for a discount price. The tank is the one I told you they packed all that technology in, and they were able to keep the price at like 150, 170 bucks. Yeah, there was a little note in the box. One of my I'm going to call my buddy. It's my son, my buddy's son, but one of his employees wanted this for he does a YouTube channel. And, my buddy's son says to him, he goes, we get these microphones in all the time. All of a sudden now you want a color changing mic? He said, well, the ones that we get in don't have the quality that this one has. But he already promised it, to me. Oh, Grumpy is not in the grumpy old man costume. There. Now we're the official grumpy old man. Oh, I like this microphone. Oh, yes, I like this microphone. Plus, I like because it's like a professional studio mic. Because this is the way they are in radio stations. They hang, and like Lanigan, when he'd be talking, he'd be holding on to the microphone, and then when it become time for a commercial, he'd just kind of shove it away, and then he'd pull it back. Yeah. Oh, I watched some interesting videos today. Before I get to our major topic, the road rage, I watched one today. And this guy was talking about these drones that have been flying over New Jersey. And I was really interested in the report because he had, some information that they hadn't divulged to the general public. And while he's talking, he's doing this. And then every other, it was like this, he'd be like, oh, yeah, I knew the drones are flying over the coast and, they're flying over the shipping yard. And I was like, oh, God, he was making me sick. Yeah, back and forth, rocking in his chair. But what he didn't realize was he'd come in and the volume would be loud, and then he'd go out and the volume would be like this, and then he'd come in and the volume would be... it was like people actually watch you for, your stream when they catch like every other word because he was in and out, in and out. Oh, God. I got about halfway through what he was saying. I was like, oh, I can't take this anymore. And I switched to another video. I'm hoping that this sounds okay because, like I say, it just got here. I was like a kid with a new toy. I couldn't wait to hook it up. And I didn't run a sound check on it. So right now I'm in stereo mode for the heads in the microphone. So on the playback, I'll listen to it, and if it isn't doesn't sound right, I'll make adjustment. We'll try another setting tomorrow. But I'm watching the sound meter on Prism here, and it's not going over into the yellow or into the red. It's almost almost. There's two bar. I have two bars that I set. You know, like your cruise control. You know, I've got it set, and if it starts to go over that setting, then the gain is too high. Right now, it is just going up and touching my stop point. So I'm hoping it's going to sound all right on your end. But it's really nice, and it's not cheap. This is a cast case, painted in a matte black, and what I like is it came with a desk bracket, and then it came also with this hanging bracket. A lot of microphones don't include that, and it's a bitch just to find the bracket. You know, a lot of places you have to buy a whole goddamn microphone kit, buy a whole shock mount kit just to get that bracket. I don't know why. They know. Somebody out there knows that these are in demand, like the microphone shock mount makers. You would think, instead of making us buy a whole shock mount, they would sell this arm. You can't buy it. I have looked and looked and looked and looked. Let me bump this just a little bit. I'm bumping my headphone. Yeah, it sounds a little weak in my headphones. Oh, I didn't know that. Look, it's flashing out the back end too. Oh, cool. No, we don't want to change. That is neat. It flashes front and back. Oh. I think I know why my buddy's employee wanted this. Yeah, that's neat. It flashes front and rear. I love it. I watched a very interesting video today, mainly because it took place in Akron, Ohio, which is like 30 miles from me, maybe 35 at the most, but about 30 miles. And it was a road rage incident. Now, Akron, they tore up a bunch of their main roads down there, and they put in roundabouts. A lot of people were bitching. Roundabout. We're not driving in London. But you know, once you get used to a roundabout, it is an excellent traffic control device. The streets where they put these roundabouts were, four-way. A roundabout keeps the traffic flowing. A car will stop as if there was a stop sign or a traffic light, And then as soon as there's, an opening, the car will pull out, and maybe you have to go halfway around the roundabout to continue down your route. Or you pull into the roundabout and you just kind of make an angled right turn. And I'm trying to think. Litchfield. I think it was Litchfield, the first time I ever encountered a roundabout. And like I say, it takes a little getting used to. But once I got used to it, I really liked driving on it. I could finally understand why over in England they got roundabouts everywhere. They're really great traffic control devices. Well, in this roundabout, there was a woman traveling in the right lane. And this young lady, because she was in her early 20s, she was coming through the circle. Well, instead of this woman in the right lane yielding to her, she tried to beat her into the roundabout. So the girl, I'll say girl, young lady, she blew her horn, put her window down, and said, "What are you doing?" And the woman yelled out her window, "Stop your car!" So she pulled over and stopped her car. Well, the woman got out of her vehicle and ran up to the door of the young lady's car. And she's bitching at her. "You son of a bitch, you cut me off, you could have caused an accident." Well, the young lady opened her car door and stepped out, and she had a gun by her side. Not pointing at anyone, it was pointed down. There were many witnesses. Well, unfortunately, she's got a gun in her hand, and she tells a woman, you take one more step towards me, I'm going to shoot you. Oh, okay, 911. So 3 police cars show up because they're one-person vehicles. So one officer starts to approach the young lady, and everyone was saying, "She's got a gun, she's got a gun." So the officer said, "Where is the gun?" And the girl had it at her side, and she says, "It's right here." The officer said, "Gently put it down in the street and step away." She did what she was told. She put it down. She stepped up onto the lawn. So that officer, she went up. Of course, she picked up the gun. She started to interview the young lady. Officer number 2 is interviewing the old woman, and officer number 3 is interviewing witnesses. And all the witnesses said the same thing. The white vehicle attempted to cut off the gray vehicle. The white vehicle, old lady; gray vehicle, young lady. Unfortunately, the way this roundabout was laid out is the right lane was actually the through lane. Makes no sense to me. If you're in the center lane, you would think that would be the through lane, but neither here nor there. While the interviewing is going on with the police and the witnesses and the young lady and the old lady, all of a sudden, this woman comes running, you know. You can see she parked her car around the corner and she runs up. And right away, she says to the officer, my daughter didn't do anything wrong. My daughter was 100% in the right. That bitch called her the N-word, this, that. And the officer said, well, who are you? Well, I'm her mother. Did you see what happened here? No. My daughter called me. Well, then, since you didn't see it, go back in your car. Well, she didn't want to go back in her car. She was like, I have every right to be here. The officer said, well, then, if you're going to be here, kindly stay out of it. The officer no sooner starts to talk to the young lady again, and the mother is like, where's the gun? The officer says, I had the gun in my car. Is she going to get her gun back? She didn't do anything wrong. The officer says, hey, what did I tell you? Either get in your daughter's car or get in your car. You're not any part of this. And she kept yelling, my daughter's in the right. My daughter's in the right. If you arrest her, you got to arrest the other one. Oh, God. And then, of course, you know, the young lady is like, well, if I'm going to get arrested, she got to get arrested. And the old lady is like, well, if I got to get arrested, she got to get arrested. So the officers really separated them so they couldn't hear one another. So they got all the information, and the three officers are in a circle. They're talking. Here comes Mom again. My daughter is in the right. Give her back her gun. And the female officer says, didn't I tell you to stay out of this? You didn't see it. You're hearing it secondhand. Go sit in the car. My daughter deserves her gun back. The officer says, if I tell you once more, you're going to be the first one arrested here. Now either you go sit in your daughter's car or you go sit in your car. You know, I was getting as pissed off as the police officers were. This is the typical bullshit. Mom comes down, sticks her nose in something that doesn't involve her, and creates havoc. If I would have been the officer, I wouldn't have said sit in your daughter's car. I'd have said you parked over there in that parking lot, the bank lot. Go over there and sit in your car. When this is solved, your daughter can wave you over. Oh, it was just bullshit. Mother comes storming up. My daughter's in the right. She didn't even know. She didn't know both sides of the story. And, you know, for her to make all kinds of demands, if anything, it's her daughter that should request the return of her weapon if they deem it appropriate. Now, see, in Ohio, since June of 2022, we have a new CCW law. You don't need a permit to carry a concealed weapon. A day that I looked forward to for a long time, because I believe in the Second Amendment. I believed in it for years, and had Grumpy gotten caught, he'd have been in silver bracelets or making license plates. Yeah. Grumpy will admit he illegally carried for years. Yeah. Oh, you ought to see. YouTube is kind of touchy about these things. I have got the neatest little stainless steel 25 automatic. Oh, you can carry it in your pocket. And believe me, nobody would know. I know. I carried it in my pocket for, well, let's see, when did I buy it? 72? I think I bought it in 1972 and carried it every day. But see, I wasn't dumb enough, first of all, to let people know. And second of all, I wasn't dumb enough when if somebody pissed me off to pull it out. But yeah, Grumpy broke the law. Okay. Yeah, Grandpa would be very disappointed in me. But yeah. No, I bought it in 71. Yeah. A Raven Arms. Oh, it's the cutest little thing. I would show you, but Grumpy would like to keep his YouTube channel and stay on Faceplant. But oh yeah, stainless. I love stainless. Oh yeah, but it's a cute little thing. It's now everybody said 25. You know, a 25 can do just as much damage as a 45. So I don't want to hear this, oh, it's only a 25. But yeah, Grumpy was illegal for many years. But now I'm legal. I can carry any one of my Second Amendment items. Like my favorite, my Taurus G2C. Oh, I love that. The C stands for compact. Very, very nice weighted, everybody's like, cheap ass. No. It had a very good rating. Grumpy checks ratings. Put it this way. It's a 9, okay? Whether it be a Taurus or a Glock, that projectile is going to hurt you the same. I got it on sale because I'm cheap. But oh, did I lay it out with some accessories? Oh, yes. Fiber optic sights and a nice laser pointer. Yeah. A green one. Where everybody else has the red dot, Grumpy has the green dot. And I'll tell you what, those fiber optic sights at night, oh, outstanding. Because they draw in the light. So when you aim, it's like little lights. Everybody's going little lights. Grumpy, you're losing it. You're a light freak. Well, yeah. The only thing is, you have to really pay attention where you go, especially if there's that orange circle on the door of the business you're going into. The orange circle with the slash through it, with the pointer. You're not allowed. No. But you know what amazes me? There aren't a lot of places with that orange circle on the door. Not that I'm looking to challenge something, but it really surprised me. I figured once that law was passed, every goddamn store, no, it really surprises me. It amazes me the places you can walk into. You get some strange looks, I'll tell you that. Now, I don't all the time, mainly in the evening. But the other day, I was at Dollar Tree, and this couple comes in, and they're shopping along. And as they're going up and down the aisles, I see people going like, oh. So I waited by the cooler until they came around the corner of the aisle. And then I noticed why everybody was going, oh. Yeah. He had a pretty hefty item in a shoulder holster. I could see why everybody was going, but you were allowed. As long as you don't use it. Like this girl. She showed it. She kept it pointed to the ground. Her bad point was making the statement to the woman, if you take another step towards me, it's going to be snap, crackle, pop. And we're not talking Rice Krispies. That was kind of the hinging point. So after a discussion with the sergeant, it was determined no fault. But they did lecture the young lady. Now they told her it's legal to have Second Amendment. You did partially right by keeping it pointed to the road, pointed down, but to make a threat, that was the no-no. Of course, while the officer is lecturing the young lady, Mom is running her fucking mouth. She sounded like a fucking broken record. Does she get it back? 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 If I'd have been one of the officers, I'd have taken a nightstick and said, oh, wait a minute. The needle on your phonograph is stuck. Pop! Oh, okay. Yeah. Does she get it back? Does she get it? So it was finally decided that it would be returned to her. But like the officer said, I'm going to take it apart. The main part is going to be on your driver's seat. The clip is going to be in your console. And the projectile, because she had one chambered, is going to be in your cup holder. Do not reassemble it until you get home. So, daughter agreed. And then mom running her mouth. Well, I've got one too. The officer said, on you? Well, no, it's in my car. We didn't need to know that. But mom had to know. Wow, daughter's got carry, I carry, you know. Oh, yeah, gunfight at the OK Corral. Like the officer said, yes, it's legal, but when you start to make certain statements, they can be considered a threat. And had the woman really pushed it, there could have been an arrest for threats. Threats with a weapon. So that was part of the lecture. The officer said, hey, you started out legal. And then you basically fucked up. And then, of course, the officer said, had she taken that step, what would you have done? And she goes, well, I'm not stupid. She goes, I'm an emergency room nurse. I see what kind of damage is done. She says, I probably would have pointed it. And the officer told her, you're in a gray area there. It's best to just drive off. And both of them got lectured. That whole confrontation was unnecessary. There was no accident. No one got hurt. One person should have drove one way, one went the other way. No, let's stop and have a brawl in the middle of a roundabout. There's too much road rage today. Everybody's in a big fucking hurry. It just irritates the shit out of me. You read about it constantly. People getting that dirt nap over a lane change. Oh, he cut me off. I guess maybe I'll give him a dirt nap. Is it worth it? People don't stop and think. There's consequences to your actions. Just because somebody cuts you off? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Let's have the gunfight at the OK Corral because someone cut you off. Slow down. Everybody's in too much of a fucking hurry anyway today. If it isn't, road rage, it's goddamn distracted driving with people on their fucking cell phones. I gave up riding my motorcycle. because of distracted drivers. God, I almost got hit 3 different times. Matter of fact, once I got ran off the road. Luckily, when I got run off the road, it was up on a lawn and into a field. Could have been worse. And what made it really, what pissed me off, in a way, I wanted to go after the asshole. I literally, I was looking at his side view mirror, and I saw him look over, and we like made eye contact, and he still come over into my lane. Luckily, there was a police car behind me. He pulled him over down the street. I didn't see him. You didn't see me? You didn't hear me either? Oh, I had some loud pipes on my bike. Oh. I wasn't riding a Tinker Toy. I was riding a Harley Screaming Eagle. With loud pipes. He didn't see me. I says to him, I said, I looked right in your side view mirror. We made like eye contact. I saw your eyeballs. And you still come over. It really pissed me off. But see, that's part of the problem riding a motorcycle. People look for cars. Their brain doesn't register that 2 wheels. He didn't see me. I didn't see you. Well, then maybe they should suspend your driver's license. You should have to take a driver's test again. Or have your fucking eyes examined. Oh, I didn't see you. That's because his mind didn't register a motorcycle. Had it been in a car, maybe. Of course, he was probably fucking brain dead. Yeah, told the officer, I didn't see him. I said, what if you would have given me a dirt nap? How would you have felt about that? Because of your fucking stupidity. But I'll tell you what, in the last 10 years, I have witnessed such aggressive driving. Oh, everybody's in a fucking hurry. The ones that really piss me off are the ones that'll be behind me. And then they will pass me on the right to get in front of me. Only to stop at a stoplight. The one day I pulled up next to a guy, I said, hey, that one space made a big fucking difference. You had to pass me to get in front of me to get to the red light. Well, you were going too slow. I said I was doing the fucking speed limit, dickhead. Going too slow. You were the one fucking speeding. Yeah, I run the risk of getting a dirt nap that day. You don't dare today. And that roundabout incident in Akron proved it. You never know what that person is going to do. And it happens daily. Read the statistics. I do. Another thing is the increase in drunk driving. In one state, someone gets a dirt nap every single day in that state. Every day. Sometimes 2 a day. DUI. And oh, the numbers. Oh my God. I watched the other day. There were 3 in court. 1.9, 2.3, and one guy. A 247. That is like 3 times the limit. 4 times. You're technically legally alcohol poisoned at that rate. In some states, if you're over a certain number, it's a mandatory 24-hour hospital stay. Yeah, if you get caught for DUI and you're at a certain number, no way around it. You're admitted to that hospital for 24 hours to be observed, to make sure you don't fucking die from alcohol poisoning. And 2 of them were in the afternoon. People at lunch. Hey! And I love the fucking lie. I only had 2 drinks, officer. Yeah, what were they, 5-gallon buckets? Yeah, I only had 2. The one guy, he had an empty 12-pack in the front seat of his car. Only had 2. What, 2 12-packs? And this judge, if you've got an open container, oh, does he go ballistic on you? Oh, you get a lecture in front of everybody in court. And it's a riot because the prosecutor will be reading the charge, you know. And they'll say, he had an open container in the, you know, in the cup holder. And the judge is like, you what? You were drinking while you were driving? And then, oh, and then the lecture. Oh, God. You can see flames coming out of his mouth. Smoke coming out of his ears. Oh, he's deadly on DUI driving. Oh. Your first time is a mandatory 6-month suspension of your license. The second time is 2 years. The third time, you get jail. 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, you get a year. And oh, he enforces it too. But you know, it doesn't faze anybody. That's the sad thing. It doesn't faze them. People still, and he's on YouTube. And everybody in the county knows it. Matter of fact, some of the little mom and pop diners, they have it on in the diner in the morning because he has court from 9 until 1. Broadcast it live on YouTube. And a lot of the mom and pop diners, they tune right in. I can imagine sitting at the diner going, whoa, that's my next door neighbor. Oh, I wonder if his wife knows. Yeah, the talk of the diner. Yells across to the waitress, hey, Agnes, did you see? Freddie got pulled over. Got a DUI. Yeah. Then they take bets. Okay. What was his number? What did he blow? 1.3. Okay, 1.7, 2.1. They take bets. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah. And the judge, he tells people in court, oh, this diner, they all stream my show in the morning. My show, my courtroom. Because he's live on YouTube 5 days a week. I'll tell you what, them judges down in Texas, oh, God. You talk about Texas justice. Whoa. There's 2 judges I really like down there. They're both old Texas law type judges. Yeah, they don't screw around with you. And they lecture you right there in court. If you don't feel bad enough, they make you feel about that big. And the one judge, I love it. His favorite line, because the bailiff will be standing behind the person as they're reading out, deciding whether there's probable cause. And if there's probable cause on certain, like DUI, the favorite line, the judge will go, he goes with you. And then you hear the silver bracelets clicking and the deputy leads him away. And oh, you ought to see this deputy. He looks like Lurch from Addams Family. Not somebody I would want to mess with. He goes with you. Click, click. See ya. But this, you know, I was kind of scanning through what I was going to watch. And I see this road rage in Akron. I was like, oh. And I don't know how I missed it because it was on the news too. But yeah, road rage in Akron. Oh, roundabout road rage in Akron. I was like, whoa. I got to watch this. Because it's at one of the new roundabouts. Yeah, they tore up a bunch of streets and put in roundabouts in Akron. I think we need more of them. I really do. Especially in this neighborhood. Believe me, people are assholes. There's 2 stop signs. There's one that's like 10 feet from my driveway. People blow through it like it doesn't exist. every now and then, I get out there with my radar gun and I just sit there. And it's amazing how many people stop. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Yeah, Grumpy has a radar gun. Bought it off of eBay. A police reconditioned radar gun. I've had it for, oh God. I've had that thing about 15 years now. Every now and then I will test it. Every now and then I'll get in the truck, plug it in, and I'll be traveling along. And I look at my speedometer and it's like, oh, okay, I'm doing 35. And I zap the car in front of me. And sure enough, it'll come up 35, so it's still calibrated. Of course, I take real good care of it. But it's amazing how you can make people obey traffic laws when you sit there with a radar gun. I think 2 summers ago, I made a big list. I had time, vehicle license plate, description, and speed. And I ended up with like 4 fucking pages on a legal pad. And I went up and I gave them to the 1st District Commander. And I said, you know, I think we need some traffic enforcement at these stop signs. Of course, I get the same answer. Well, you know, we're really too short-handed to park a car there for several hours. No, let's have somebody get T-boned, and then maybe we'll park a car here for several hours. Or, the one that really irritates the shit out of me. We'll get a car that will park and watch the stop signs. A person will blow the stop sign. The officer will write 1 ticket and then leave. Oh, I did mine. 1 ticket. That don't mean shit. Sit there a couple hours and write a book full. But no, he writes 1 ticket and then he leaves. Oh, I did my job today. I cited 1 person for running a stop sign. And while he's writing the ticket, people going the opposite way, run the stop sign. They're like, well, he ain't coming after me. He's facing the other way and he's busy writing. And the thing that really, really pisses me off, goddamn school bus drivers will blow the stop sign. So much for the care and consideration and safety of our youth. Yeah. I called the school board one day. They said, what bus number? I don't know. Look it up. What bus came through at this time? You have radio contact. Call the buses. Find out. Bus 417, were you just on such and such street? Oh, yes, I was dropping kids off up the street. Okay, report to the depot manager when you get in. Once you get your bus parked, report to the depot manager. And then maybe somebody should get suspended for a week or 2. What bus number? I don't know, they got numbers all over them. What number do you want? Maybe the school board should sit some cars out here and watch the buses blow the stop signs. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. School bus. Then they have a sign on the back of the boat. We stop at all railroad crossings. Well, yeah, you stop at railroad crossings. You don't fucking stop for stop signs. Ain't that many railroad crossings anymore. This ain't the country. We have one. You never see a train on it, but there's railroad tracks. Every now and then, a real rarity. I'll be coming up the street and go, whoa, there's a train engine sitting here. And then the lights come on, ding, 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 ding. And the train motors through about 1 mile an hour. And it's usually just an engine. I think they bring it through just to make sure the track is still good. But it's not like, out in the country. Railroad crossings everywhere. Whoop. Didn't mean to grab that. Oh, there we go. I had an item on my desk I didn't want to lose. Be my luck. It would fall on the floor and I end up thinking it's scrap and I throw it away. Oh, yeah, Grumpy's got all kinds of shit on the console. Every now and then the CEO comes in and goes, you ever gonna clean that thing? I said, why? I'm the only one using it. It doesn't look presentable. What if we have visitors? Well, if we have visitors, I'll clean it. I ain't had a visitor here in eons. I don't think I've ever had a visitor. I used to give the street. Grumpy Old Man Road off of Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. Studio in rear. Nobody comes and visits. They came and visit, I would let them sit next to me during a podcast. Maybe even question them. Make them feel good. Nope, no visitors. Oh, the Vulture gets visitors. Oh, yeah, you ought to see the parking lot every now and then. Especially if there's roadkill. Oh, all of his relatives are out there. Think they come to visit me? Although, no, I don't want 50, 60 vultures in the studio, please. No, thank you. One is bad enough. Especially if he has gas. Oh. You talk about toxic, hazardous waste? Whoa. If he rips one, it lingers for hours. Oh. Yeah, it's enough to make your eyes water. And then a CEO wonders why I don't want a sidekick. I told him, I said, next time you have gas, go sit in the CEO's office. Then the CEO will kind of get the hint. But the show title of One Grumpy, it don't ring a bell. Two Grumpies, yeah. One, not so much. Oh, next week, there's a good possibility the new backgrounds might be here. Yeah, I checked the tracking number. hopefully like by Friday. And we have 5. Yeah, I got to order 5. One of them's, oh, it's so cool, I can't wait to put it up. You think this looks like a real studio? Oh, wait until you see the one I found. Yeah, I got 5 on sale. All under $5. Made the CEO real happy. I said I only spent $25. He gave me 50. When I told him I only spent 25, he took the other 25 back, the cheap bastard. Oh, I gotta show you something. I got an email the other day. This person is like, oh, you're always, hawking Temu.com. Oh, Temu this, Temu that, a bunch of Chinese crap. No, I'm going to show you something. It came the other day. This fancy schmancy shaver. And what's really neat, it tells you how much voltage you have left in the battery. It's 2-speed, 3-speed, I mean. Very sharp blade, like a barber. Oh, wait a minute, I got the blade protector on there. Oh. Grumpy was practicing safe shaving. Look at that. German steel. Not crap. Rechargeable. And like I say, it's got the LCD window. Three-speed. Tells you the amount of charge left in your battery. And, oh, look at that fancy dragon. Whoa. Quality. $5. This same thing you see advertised on TV. $35. $5. Temu.com. Works really nice. Oh, Grumpy. You do your head, you can do your... Yeah. Sharp as hell. Comes with several different attachments. $5. And free shipping. So don't, you know who you are. I don't want to hear any more of this cheap Chinese crap. You see this same one advertised on TV, $35. Temu, Temu.com. So, I don't want to hear these comments. I think you're confusing Temu with that one, Wish. You want some crap. Wish.com. Blah. I get a lot of stuff from Temu. I have not got burned yet. Believe me. They've got They're trying to build a reputation. They're not selling you a bunch of crap, knockoff junk. That razor, like I say, you see commercials, $35. Check it out sometime. That was $5. Same quality. So, you know who you are. Person that emailed me being a doubting Thomas. Oh, Grumpy, that website has got nothing but crap. You're confusing it with Wish. I've got some crap off of that site. Believe me. Like I told you, these backdrops. High quality screen print on very high quality polyester backing. Look at this. Not some cheap piece of shit. And you'll see the ones that I ordered. I didn't pay more than $5 a piece. Because they were on a Black Friday special. But even full price, they were only $7 to $9. The one that I really like was $4.70. And they're 39 by 59. So anybody that wants to set up a YouTube studio, all you need is 39 by 59. That's all these are. 39 by 59. You can get bigger ones. The bigger ones are a little more expensive. But look at it. It looks like, at first glance, a studio. Don't look like a backdrop. And the neat thing is, it's 3D. Because it looks like there's a wall here. That's flat behind me. 59 inches of flat. But it looks like a corner and a wall. And like I say, the one that I really like, you're going to be impressed. But it's heavy polyester material. It's not thin paper mache, tissue paper, I mean, not paper mache. Kids are going, what is paper mache? Gargle it. Back in my day, we did a lot of paper mache stuff. They're high quality. I think this one was like $5.80. And it looks like a room. I have a couple of friends that still can't believe that's flat back there. It's hanging on my room divider. And there's clips. just loosen the clips. Takes me 2 minutes to change backdrops. So I've got Studio 1 through 5, well, 2 through 5. Studio 1 is staying with the license plates and the oil signs and the neat stuff because that's the XLR studio, the old school. So I got Studio 2 through 5. And then we're going to have the addition of 5 more. And 1 I got for fun. It's not a studio. But when you see it, it's going to look cool. I have a special reason for ordering that backdrop. I'm going to have some fun with it. But it's not a studio. Wait till you see it. I'm not going to give it away. You'll see it when I do a stream with it. But I think it's neat. Mainly because it takes me back. We'll leave it at that. I'm gonna end up giving it away. No, not until you see it. I have 3 let's see, 3. Yeah. I have 3 studio type ones, different variations of this. The one now I'm not going to say what it is. One is not a studio backdrop. And then the 5th one, which is the cool one. So they're supposed to be here next week. They cleared customs. Usually when they clear customs, that means they're in New Jersey. It all depends on when they're released. I don't think they're coming UPS. No, they're coming priority mail. But usually when it tells me they cleared customs, they're released to the post office within 2 days. And then it takes like a day, 2 at the most to get here from New Jersey. But I've got 3 studio type backdrops. 1 different type studio backdrop. We'll put it that way. I almost slipped again. And then the neat one, which is not a studio, but I love it. I got it. I laughed when I saw it. I was like, I'm going to have some fun with this one. And when I put that one up, I'm going to change the format of the stream just for that background only. But it's cool. At least I think so. People might look at it and go, what the fuck, Grumpy, are you thinking? Well, it made me think of times back in the day. We'll put it that way. I'm getting close to giving it away. But when I have that one up, it'll be a different format. For that show only. The studio ones are going to stay like this. that one is going to be a completely different. Oh, I want to give it away. I want to tell you, but it's neat, the surprise effect when you see. But you'll also see the quality. The screen printing is really, I mean, you can't appreciate it seeing it behind me. You have to have, you have to feel it, you have to see it with your own two eyes. It really irritates me when people go, oh, that junk site. No, the junk site is Wish. Oh, I got burned on some stuff from that place. Oh, God. Of course, you got to remember when you're seeing a photograph, it's retouched and photoshopped, and it looks like an expensive item. And then when you get it, it's cheap crap. And you sit there and go, I paid this for that? Oh, Jesus. But like that shaver, anywhere online, $35, the same one, $5. And it's quality. I'll show you. I bought a shaver, a head shaver, off of Temu. I looked at it on Amazon. It was $28.99 on Amazon. I got the same identical shaver. It's a head shaver. They have different blades in them. I got it off of Temu for $7.99. I checked the name when I got it. It was the same one that Amazon had. Rechargeable. This one has a battery meter in it also. So when, I tell you, just go and look. When you got nothing to do, go in your search bar, TEMU.com, and look at this stuff. I got matter of fact, the gas station signs and all that, I got them off of Temu. Most of them were around $3. If you get them off some of these gift sites, they're $8, $10, $12 for the same sign. I'm giving you some bargains, people. I'm trying to save you money, especially all you seniors out there. It don't cost you nothing to gargle it. Matter of fact, you might get some enjoyment. Oh, I keep forgetting to show you the mug. The aluminum insulated mug that I got for $10. The same identical insulated mug at Pin Fur and Fuck You Feathers, Flip You Off, that shop out in Middleburg Heights, $35 for the same insulated mug. Money is tight today, people. I'm trying to save you money. When I find something that is well worth mentioning, I mention it. I pass it along. I'm not getting nothing off of them. They're not sponsoring me. They're not giving me no free merchandise. And then another thing. After you order so much, they send you a free gift. The last free gift I got was a pair of canvas grocery bags. Because a lot of places you gotta bring your own fucking bag nowadays. I get the mail one day, I'm like, I didn't order anything. I open the package. In appreciation for being a loyal shopper. And they're nice, they're heavy. They're out in the truck. I keep them in the truck. That way when I go to one of these bring your own bag places, I've got them right there. They sent them out as a thank you gift. I'm trying to think what I got. I can't remember what the first gift was that they sent me. But it wasn't a piece of crap. The shopping bags I really appreciated. They're well constructed. And they were free. A thank you. How many places today send you a thank you gift? You're lucky to hear a thank you when you go buy groceries or go to a homeless depot or gigantic eaglet. Nobody thanks you for your business today. Now, back in the day, the mom and pop stores, they thanked the shit out of you because they wanted you to come back because they were depending on you. These big box stores today, they could give a fuck. Like I said yesterday, if I didn't shop there, they wouldn't care. They don't know me. It's not like the CEO is sitting there going, oh my God, we lost the grumpy old man. Oh, how are we going to get him back? They don't care. Like I say, I have seen times change. Oh God. And not for the good. Maybe technology. Back in the day, I couldn't be doing this. This fulfilled kind of a dream that I had when I lost $1,000 back in 1971. That was big money back in 71 too. Yeah, Wixie 1260, the Wixie School of Broadcast Technique. Yeah, the FCC shut them down because they weren't certified. You think they'd give us back our $1,000? Fuck no. Yeah. We were at the end of the course, we were supposed to get our broadcast license. So we could go out and maybe become disc jockeys or TV personalities. Not that somebody would want to look at this on TV all the time. Not that I probably would have become, maybe some podunk radio station out in left Snowshoe, Idaho, doing the midnight to 6 a.m. shift. Like everybody says, I got a face for radio. I do know too that actually, now they weren't big names like, Howard Stern or that, but they have continued to work over the years as, well, they call them radio personalities now. Back in my day, you were a DJ, a disc jockey. They don't use that term so much today. Yeah. They make a decent living. Like I say, none of them are at big radio stations. But they have both been gainfully employed. Well, they're probably retired by now. Maybe not. I don't know. I lost track of both of them about 5 years ago. Yeah, we used to stay in touch. But see, it's not a job for somebody that's married with a family. Because you move around a lot. You could be in, a radio station in somewhere in Texas, and 4 months later, you're in Washington State or Florida. Sometime you get an offer, sometime you see something that, the old grass is greener on the other side of the fence. So there's no guarantee in the radio business. But if you've got a gimmick like these two guys had, they remained gainfully employed. But the radio stations they worked at. And you had to learn to adjust, because the one went from a hard rock station to a Christian station. So one day you're playing heavy metal, and the next week you're playing gospel music. So you had to adjust. But that was my dream, my young dream. Oh, Grumpy the disc jockey. Not saying once I got my FCC broadcast certificate, I would have got a job. But you have to have a dream. So, Grumpy got his dream. I'm on YouTube. Of course, YouTube goes worldwide. Right now, I could have somebody over in London watching me going, "Look at that American asshole." Or having somebody in Bulgaria going, "Look at American asshole." They're probably all saying the same thing, but I'm bouncing all over the world. Right now, it's hard to believe that someone in London or someone in France or somebody in South America is watching me right now. Kind of a scary thought. But if you are, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Tell your friends. And you people in London, drive on the right side of the road already, will you? I go cockeyed at night watching British programs going, hey, the steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car, and you're driving on the wrong side of the road. Just kidding. I would love to own a right-hand drive car over here. Drive past somebody, and they're like, hey, that car went past me, there ain't nobody driving it. Scare the shit out of people. Drive past somebody, they go, hey, that car don't have a driver. Get out of the road. I think tonight I'm just going to sign off. Mainly because I haven't got the music. I have to listen to what the intro sounded like with this microphone. Because this mic, I can't plug the tablet into it. So what I had to do was hold the tablet up underneath the microphone just off camera so that you didn't see it. Yeah, that's how I did the music. I made sure I had it just down low enough and had the speaker aimed to the microphone. So I'll have to listen to it. If the intro sounded all right, tomorrow I'll play the outro with this mic and holding the tablet. Cheating. All these microphones are different. On a couple of the microphones, I can plug the tablet into it. On this microphone, there's no input for music. So I had to cheat and hold it up just out of sight. Then I had to reach back. The bird was sitting on the desk here. All you could see was the top of his head because I couldn't hold the tablet and hold the bird. Heaven forbid the bird don't get in on the main introduction. You'd be up with the CEO going, But the nice thing is, no hotline. Yeah, it rings in the other studio. And then, like I told you, the stupid CEO comes down. Answer your phone, I'm going to call you. He's standing at the door. He couldn't tell me what he wanted. Makes him feel important. Be on the phone. Although, when he's at the other end of the building, I can't argue with him. Because if I start to argue on the phone, he hangs up. See, if he's standing right there at the studio door, he has to listen to me. So, I use this studio 99% of the time now because there are hotlines in the other studio. It rings and rings and rings, and he sits there and looks at his watch going, I know he came in. His shit box is in the parking lot. Never a dull moment around here. So, where's my clicker? See, that's another thing. When I'm playing outro, I can set the clicker up. I don't have to look for it. Because while the outro is playing, I get everything set. Where now, okay, I will see you again tomorrow night. Grumpy and the Vulture over there. I hate this camera. Point this way. There, Grumpy and the Vulture we'll see you again tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, we'll be flashing a different color. Oh, I love this microphone. I just hope it sounds good. But with that, chat with you tomorrow night.